Rachel Rose here from Martial Arts Mindset, and we're going to talk about the fight from last night, the GBM show, starting with Richardson versus Dvorakova. Richardson did a cracking job. This is her second time out. She landed some beautiful shots. She was really determined to stop Dvorakova because she's never been stopped before. You could see that in her work. I think by the fourth or fifth round, when was the stoppage? The fifth round? Obviously what the corner had said was just like, they'd obviously told her to sort of steady herself and pick her shots better because she was kind of getting in flurries, getting out, not really thinking too much. So, and obviously, you know, it's adrenaline, it's excitement, you know, she wants to make her mark, totally understand. But I think the corner, whatever advice they gave her, it worked, because that round that she did the stoppage, she was being much more thoughtful. Something that I really would love to see in women's boxing, just to trial it out and see if it works, this is my opinion, you don't have to agree, is I would love to see women's boxing go to 3-minute rounds. The reason being, when it is 2-minute rounds, you have to work at a 2-minute round work rate, which means that there is a higher output, but that doesn't always mean it's clean. I've seen some of the best women boxers in the world look scrappy and messy because they are trying to execute 3 minutes worth of punches in 2 minutes, 3 minutes worth of output in 2 minutes. When I watched Tia last weekend, what I loved about her work is that she has a slower and steadier output, but she also puts so much weight behind her punches, which creates for, in my opinion, you don't have to agree, a much more exciting fight. I'm very technical. I love when somebody looks technical, when you can see their technique come out in the ring, the way they land. Pat Brown is a very, very technical boxer. I love watching Pat Brown box. He's very, very clean, very, very technical. That technique gets lost sometimes when the output needs to be high and they're trying to find that work rate. And I would love to see, and people say like, oh, 2 minutes makes women's boxing more exciting, and, you know, oh, 2 minutes is more safe for them. I think I can't see how that lines up, if I'm being honest, at this point. I think the amount of rounds that women have to spar, like all the things, it's just, I feel like we could just trial it. But if that was a thing, you know, it would need to be either the newer fighters coming up so that they were trained for it, or that all the women got to start adapting their fight style to the 3 minutes, because they all know 2 minutes. It's just a thought. Because I feel like Richardson was doing such amazing stuff, but it felt like it was rushed at times. And I feel like I've even seen like Clarissa Shields looks really scrappy and messy at times, and she's like one of the greatest women boxers of all time, if not, she's up there. Do you know what I mean? She's one of the greatest women boxers of all time. And even I look at her work and think she looks scrappy sometimes. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I'm looking forward to seeing what Richardson does next, because she's a beast.